you describe Feldenkrais to a person who has not experienced it?
Oh, I've done that a lot.
Okay.
I can totally do this. Okay, I don't know if it'll make any sense to anyone else, but so there's two pieces. The first piece that I tend to tell people is that it kind of works like in the sense of the concept of like rebooting your computer. So you're basically, when you reset a computer, you know, shut down or restart, you're sort of allowing everything to talk with each other again. And so pieces that might have for some reason got shut off are talking again. So that's the first piece, is it's like everything's kind of learning to reconnect and to, you know, like, okay, how you move down here is actually connected to what's going on up here, and reminding yourself of that. But the other thing I think is really interesting is it sort of is, in a lot of sense, just going back to the way you learned to move as a little kid. So little kids never just like grab something. They grab something. You know, if they want the lamp, they don't do this, they go to the lamp. And I don't know why over time, I think adults seem to lose that. You know, we're just very limited. Like I remember when I took my first drawing class in college, one of the things that they would, and actually every drawing class I've ever taken, one of the things they really adamantly will push is like, you can't draw a circle with your wrist, you have to draw a circle with your whole body. And it's interesting that we lose that because little kids have that if you watch. So it's, I think in a lot of ways, going back to retraining your brain in the way little kids learn to do things again. So it's kind of like rehab. Like you're reteaching yourself how to move. And I remember one of the exercises that Tiffany and I did earlier on, that I remember it for three reasons. One, because it makes me giggle every time I do it, which I just think is really funny. I don't know why, but I just giggle every time I do it. The other is it was one of the first things we did that really made me feel very infantile, but not in a bad way. I don't mean that in like the pejorative sense of the word, like just like a childlike. And the other thing is it was the first thing that I was able to do that really surprised me. Wow, I can move like this. Because I hadn't been able to for, you know, however many months or years before that, was we literally were just on my back and I would roll to one side and lift this leg up and kind of use it to roll to the next side and just kind of flop. So like literally just rolling from the side, like just flop, flop. I mean, not that weird for a little baby to do if they're lying on their back, to just kind of roll around. And I was just really like, how? But you start to kind of explore how everything is connected. And it's just interesting.
That's a really good way of explaining it with the computer and stuff.
That's been my best attempt, because people, I mean, almost everyone now for the most part has like, okay, Microsoft Word isn't responding, I'm going to shut down, like quit and restart my computer. And it's the first thing, right? You, if a problem with your computer, you call tech support. The first thing they say is, have you tried restarting your computer? And that's kind of, I feel like what my brain has done.
That's so cool.
It's very cool. And I sort of upgraded my operating software. Higher level of thinking now.